Hey everybody! So a few days ago, I was browsing through Rad Power Bikes site and I noticed on the front page that new 2018 models are coming out in January. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this and I wanted to share this with you guys because I know some of you are considering getting one of their bikes, and you might be making considerations based on prior knowledge that you know of, or probably my videos or videos on YouTube. But there are some significant changes if you do decide to order, because when you do order, you're going to get a 2018 model. So there's a few differences between my experiences and other YouTubers' experience versus what you're going to get. So I just wanted to specifically talk about the RadCity. But if we scroll down, there's a new addition to the lineup. So we have the Rad Rover, the Rad Wagon, Rad Mini, RadCity, and the new model here for 2018 is the RadCity Step Through, which is awesome for those who don't want to deal with the step over height of the RadCity. This would be a great option. So yeah, let's jump into the RadCity. Wonder if I can click it from here. Yep, I can. So when you click on the RadCity, the first thing that I noticed was the sizing has changed. So in 2017, you had a 16-inch and a 20-inch. For the 2018 models, you got the same 16-inch, but the 20-inch turned into a 19-inch. So which is huge, because I know a lot of individuals have had or are having trouble with the 20-inch models, because on their website, and if we scroll down in the sizing section, you actually can't see it here. I have the 2017 information on my phone, which you can't see. But for the 2017 20-inch would be appropriate, they say, for 5'11" to 6'7" individuals. So 5'11" to 6'7". And the 20-inch frame size would be a 32.5-inch standover height. So if we compare that to what we see here, the 19-inch frame size is a 31-inch standover height. So, I have no direct connection to Rad Power Bikes, but, I'm guessing that they listen to everybody's feedback. They've probably seen some of the videos on YouTube, or even some of the comments on YouTube, some of the comments on the blog, talking about the standover height and how a lot of people are having trouble with that. I think now that the height range is more appropriate with their frame size compared to when they would say, a 5'11" would be able to stand over a 32.5 inch standover height, which would be true if you have long legs, which I do. And so in my videos, I kind of mentioned that, I have no trouble with the standover height, but some of you out there do have trouble. So they've definitely taken care of this issue by lowering the frame size to 19-inch, which ultimately lowers the standover height by 1.5 inches, which is pretty significant. So that's huge there. So that was pretty much the very first thing that I noticed when jumping onto this page. So they do point out key improvements on their page. So one of them is a new and improved battery. So if I'm looking at my phone at the 2017 model compared to the 2018, the 2017 had a 48 volt 11.6 amp hour battery, and it was a Panasonic lithium ion battery with 800 charge cycles. The new battery is a 14 amp battery, and they're using new Samsung 35E cells. The main difference, is this guy here, 14 amp hours, which will basically just increase the range for the bike. So speaking of range, you see here, the estimated range is increased 5 miles from the 2017 model. So the 2017 model on my phone is showing 20 to 40 plus mile range, and here you can see is 25 to 45 plus mile range. So that extra 5 miles, that could be a difference for some of you who's on the borderline of deciding to get the bike just because your work is, you know, a little bit that much further, or you wanted to get to a destination, you know, that's maybe just a few miles further round trip, but the 2017 would cut it close. The 2018 model would be a plus, you know, for those individuals. So 5 miles increase. And then the next one that I wanted to talk about was the new handlebar and stem. So the new higher rise handlebars have a longer stem, which I haven't talked about this issue in any of my videos, but on my bike, I have the stem almost all the way, you know, fully extended up towards the seat, which means that, you know, I'm trying to go for a more upward riding position. But even then, if you take a look at my bike, the seat is still, I believe, around the same height as the handlebars. You know, if you can imagine that, if I'm sitting on it and my seat is almost at the same height of the handlebars, that would mean that I would be more in a forward riding position versus an upward riding position. So their new handlebar stem comes up, you know, a little bit higher to allow for that more comfortable and upward riding position. And you can for sure see that in some of the pictures. So this is the 16-inch. If you go to the 20-inch model, you can see the upright handlebars, how much further it sits above, you know, above the seat, and how much more upright that handlebar positioning is. So I think that's huge. And yeah, those are pretty much the 3 main differences I see that's significant in this new bike. So the standover height has been lowered, which is a positive thing. The new battery, you got an increase of 5 miles, approximately 5 miles. And then the better upright riding position with the new stem coming up. So what I don't like, and I don't have a picture of the 2017 model on the computer, so you guys can't see it, but just by looking at this, the bike, you know, looks awesome. A lot of the same features. You still got the rack. You still got the light in the back. Let's see what else. This looks really cool. The Rad Power Bikes design on the battery. I really like that. I'm actually just noticing that now. You still got the separated controller here. So where my mouse is, that's the controller. And then this, you know, obviously the big part is the battery. So those are still separated. Some of the more expensive models have those 2 units kind of combined into a single area. But here in the 2018, they still have it separate, which is, you know, it's fine. I have no issue with that. Let's see what else. They did not talk about any improvements with the light, I believe. Yeah, it just says integrated headlight, so I don't see any difference there. But yeah, so going back to what I don't like, which is a super minor detail, is this little blue thing here. I just love the, you know, the white kind of gray, orange, and gunmetal black look. But this blue, I don't know. Not really a big fan of that blue on there. But you know, that's a super minor detail. So that's about it. If you guys just go onto their website, you know, take a look at the 2018 models, and if you've ever been watching any of my videos or some other YouTube videos and was like, ah man, you know, I want a little bit more range, or I want a bike that has a little bit more upright seating position, or I've been reading a lot of things where the standover height is an issue, and if those were your concerns, I think this 2018 model would be perfect for you guys. So on the other hand, if you know the 20 to 40 mile range works for you and you don't need that extra 5 miles, 25 to 45, if you're a tall person, if you have long legs, and if you don't mind kind of having a more forward riding position. If you go to bikes here, they're selling their 2017 models for $200 off. And they only have 2 models left. The RadCity, which is the bike I have and I love, and the Rad Wagon. So if you click on RadCity, it seems to be, because it's a choice, that the 20-inch is still available. So if I click on 20, and if you add to cart, it looks like you can add that to the cart and you can buy it. So obviously they're not making these anymore, they're not manufacturing these, so these bikes will run out at this price at $12.99. I mean, if you guys don't mind any of those issues that I just mentioned, now is the time to get an early Christmas present, or or just kind of make the plunge for an electric bike. But yeah, if you guys want to know anything else, just let me know. But your best resource is actually just going to the website and just checking out the new bike. Hope this helps people out there make an easier decision. I know there's a lot to consider, but yeah, if you guys have anything, just let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.